Oh. Yeah, do you need anything to drink right now? Yo, everybody, welcome. I hope this is working. Maybe not. Just giving it a sec to start booting up everything. Posted it on Discord. We posted on Patreon. We got it. Low latency. Hopefully it's as close to real time as we can get. YouTube is notorious for being quite delayed though, which is annoying. I got some lo-fi music because that's what I'm in the mood for. If you can hear that. I need a drink. What should we have? Oh, on a side note, I bought these ugly flavored sparkling water. Let me tell you, they're the grossest thing I've ever had. They're not nice. However, I haven't actually tried the tropical one, so I thought I would do that right now. But the peach one and the lime lemon one taste like butt. So don't bother getting them, but I'm going to try this one. Tonight, we are making a chicken korma. I feel really gross the last couple days, like dizzy, lightheaded, like your girl could pass out. So I wanted something heavy and filling. Chicken korma it is. Cheers to tropical ugly. Oh, that's even worse than the other one. Oh, it smells nice. Tropical, like pineapple and mango maybe. And then it sucks all the liquid out of your mouth almost immediately. Oh, can't do it. But I got tons of stuff in this fridge. Oh, you know what's really nice? These two together. So I hope everyone's having a lovely Thursday. Yeah, I've been just feeling weird lately. But what's everybody else been up to? Tell me about your day. How was your day? Good? Oh, something's just frozen. That's okay. That's disgusting. Put that elsewhere. Not too bad. Working, so not much going on. Yeah, I feel that. I work in marketing. Bales is on holiday. Why are you on holiday? I guess, like, on holiday from school, if school hasn't started yet. Bayless is the youngin' of the group. Alright, let's do one more strawberry. These are getting kind of gross. Gotta eat them quickly. School starts in a week. Nice. I fell off a Boris bike yesterday and bashed my back, so I've been in bed all day. Oh my god. Honestly, I hurt my back the other day just from sleeping funny, and there's few things worse than back pain. Maybe next to hurting your neck, but even that, excuse my French, fucking sucks. Hope your back is alright, pal. That blows. Okay, so you get your strawberries and you get your Coke Zero. You heard it here first. You can pretend it's a summery, fruity drink. Now, normally, as you can probably guess. Probably guessed? Oh, Bayless, haven't found a house. Do you normally live off campus or do you live in dorms? I'm not really sure how that stuff works here. I had to live in a house in the city that I was studying in because I couldn't get in the dorms. They only had like a set amount, right? And all the international kids got first dibs because obviously they're not from that country. So I had to live off campus, like in a house. Last year I was in accommodation. Try breaking your vertebrae. Ugh, I haven't broken any bones, knock on wood, which is quite surprising because I always hurt myself. It's guaranteed for first years. Oh, so you're going back for second year, I would assume. Second or third year, essentially. Cheers, by the way. Whatever you're drinking, I hope it's nice. Good old-fashioned rollerblading. I used to rollerblade. Okay, me and my girlfriend back home, when we were like 10 or whatever, we would put on our rollerblades and then we would play tennis on the street. So it was like basically how hard can you hit the tennis ball, and then you'd have to skate after it in your rollerblades, and it was so dangerous. I don't know how we didn't kill each other. Bayless is going to second year. Nice. I kind of miss school, but then sometimes I don't miss school. I never went to university though, so I don't know what that's like. But power to you. Getting your education and all that good stuff. I don't know what Saturday Night Fry is, but Mark has figured it out. That's over my head. All right, let's figure out what we're doing. Okay. A radio program. Jesus, must be old. Where's all my good knives at? So, as you can probably have guessed, I am not the chef in this household. I don't normally cook by myself, and if I do, I am usually the sous chef, and I get things out of the fridge, and I clean up, and I do some cutting, basically. So when I would do a chicken korma, I'd get a packet of rice that you put in the microwave, fry some chicken, throw that sauce on there, and Bob's your uncle. But that's not good enough. So I'm going to make rice in the pot, which, let's be honest, I don't think I've ever done by myself, other than when I did that sushi video. If you guys went back and watched that one, that was an old one. And that rice didn't quite taste like it probably should have, but that's okay. I have a sheet of instructions that I'm gonna try and follow. Cheers. Okay. Time to panic. The only one I've got right now, I actually decided to do a korma before checking that we have any sauce. So the only one we have is from Co-op, which I don't think is that great, to be honest. Plus, we have no peshwari naan. We have no poppadoms. We got nothing else. It's just strictly this. But it's not the end of the world because technically I'm not supposed to eat rice on this diet, but I don't feel well. So I'm having my goddamn rice, okay? Ugh. Chicken bits. If you could, like, I actually cried last night. Peshwari naan is my favorite dessert. If you guys could, I don't know if you're into cooking, but do you have like a favorite dish that you just went grocery shopping, you got all the goods for? What do you make? Now I did just clean this counter, so I'm gonna cut these on the counter like a disgusting pig. You can make whatever you fancy. What are you gonna make? This knife is not nearly big enough. Jesus, these chicken boobies are large. Lasagna. Bayless doesn't really cook. I'm able to make macaroni and cheese. I thought you would be quite the cook, considering Bayless is the one that always asks for cooking videos. I thought that's because you liked cooking. That's very interesting, pal. Although one time in college, I lived in a house, right? And one of my roommates, I didn't know her. The landlord had picked her, basically. I didn't pick her to live with me or anything. And she, for whatever reason, I never really saw her that much. And then she came into the kitchen while I was upstairs, and she cooked 3 whole packets of streaky bacon and then never cooked again. And the house smelled like bacon for like at least a week. I never understood what it was for, but she had 3 packs of bacon and she lived by herself in the basement, so I don't know what she was doing. Mark says most of what I cook is like risotto with some veggies and chicken or mince in it. Has to be something my 2-year-old girl can eat too, because I ain't gonna cook 2 different things. That's very true. You have to consider others, which is tough. Risotto, though, that's fucking nice. Lately, I've been trying to basically just eat veg and meat. So I haven't been having bread or rice or potato all that much. Although when I was in Canada, I was kind of eating whatever because it was holiday. So yeah, lots of like stir fries. And last night I had pan-fried salmon and sauteed asparagus. Let me tell you, that was good. Did I make it? Definitely I did not, but I enjoyed it. Wow, this is actually way more chicken than I need, but I figured I'd have some maybe tomorrow. They do bacon-scented candles. I'd buy some. Ew, yucky. Too much bacon, pal. They're exactly what holidays are for. Dad goes out the window. Yeah, I mean, actually, I know it doesn't matter, but I weighed myself when I came home, and I'm actually pretty much the same weight I was when I left. So I think because I wasn't really snacking when I was there, I was like out doing stuff. Sometimes it's hard when you work from home, you just kind of get bored and then you start eating. And the kitchen is only like 4 steps away from the living room. So that's tricky to avoid sometimes. Ew, what is happening with this breast? It's mutated. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. I did have a phase of making ravioli a few years ago when my parents got me pasta. Yum. I'm not interested. This is not lo-fi. Thank you. I never used to eat too much pasta. I mean, lately, kind of. Try not to. We weren't really a pasta family, like with my parents and stuff. Okay. This is a lot of chicken. Holy Lord in heaven. Oh my God. Okay, here's where, excuse my French again, shit hits the fan. Now we're gonna heat butter in both pot and pan. But let's measure the rice first while I'm not freaking out. So I've never used scales before. This is not a thing we do in Canada. Sorry, this is not. Okay, so we do this, and then we do that. And then we fill it with the rice. Let me in. How much rice? 300 grams of rice. Can I? No, this is gonna get messy. Let's use a cup. Ingenuity, that's what I call it. That's too much, pal. That's too little. Oh! Can we get it to a perfect? I bet we can. Absolute perfect 300 grams. Just turn the bag upside down. Absolutely not. I know my limitations. Okay. So that's like 350 milliliters. Let me write that down because I think I'm supposed to remember that. $350 because we put water in it, don't we? Any more cooking content? No. Probably for Patreon more so than YouTube. Okay, what am I doing first? In terms of YouTube, so we just did the Indian snacks one, which everybody hated. That was a hated video. Oh my goodness. Sorry for upsetting everyone. Now, I'm going to do that back one. This one. And we'll do this one. First video I watched of yours was the enamel wire video. That's very interesting. Subscribers tend to like the cooking stuff, but new people to the channel don't. And I don't know if that's because they don't realize that it's supposed to be like a bad cooking. I'm not really sure. But, yeah, so they did the Indian one. People hated that one. Then I've got some Canadian content coming. And then I've actually got a sponsored video coming up. I talked about it in the Discord, which I can only imagine people are going to scream at me for doing because they apparently hate every time I get free stuff because I'm a capitalist pig or whatever. So that'll be fun to watch the comments come in on that one. But now that I'm back home and hopefully I start feeling better soon, I would like to do more cooking stuff. Yeah, I've just been lazy, I guess. And it is kind of hard filming in here because I can't quite get the camera in the right angle, but it's doable. It's certainly doable. So we'll... God, you get paid for entertaining people. Yeah, and I don't know. It's like people are consuming my YouTube content for free. But then they get mad when someone else pays me to help me create YouTube content of which they then consume for free. But I also think people don't fully understand certain like YouTube things. So like the Indian video I just did was not sponsored. They did not pay me to do that video. All they did was send me some snacks. And I thought, well, I do a lot of eat this videos. That kind of content could be fun. And we did a poll on Patreon. You know, I thought, it'd be interesting because I get contacted pretty much every day from companies to do sponsored videos, and I just ignore them because I only want to do stuff that kind of makes sense, right? And so I did like a Tokyo one way back when. They didn't pay me, but they sent me free stuff. And this one, they didn't pay me, but they sent me free stuff. And people don't like it. Little did they know, I have a real sponsored video coming up that someone paid me to do, and I decided that I would do it in a funny way. So it's a sponsored video, but I kind of make fun of myself by doing it, and I don't know if people will get it or not. So we will just have to see what happens. Okay, now this is the stuff that I'm not really sure rice-wise. So once this is brown, we add our rice. We don't add our water right away. I'm so nervous. Cheers to being nervous. Okay, that's looking nice and yummy. Now, and then we're going to double the volume of rice in water. Yum! That's pretty good. Close enough, my friends. Okay. Are you guys saying your prayers? Because I need them. Bring to a boil. Bring that to a boil. Let's do chicken. Oh, fuck. How do people do this all at once? I'm already sweaty. God, this is gonna spit. Oh, maybe not. How's the podcast? Are as many people listening as you hoped? Can you hear me? Podcast is going well. I assumed we would probably have like an influx of people right at the beginning because they want to see like what it's about, and then it will drop off basically. So currently we have like quite a few people listening to the first little episodes, which feels good, but it will probably waver because how do you like learn about podcasts? Somebody tells you about them, right? So we have to hope that people will share with other people and that sort of stuff. Oh my god! Let's hope that is correct. We do have for the podcast a fair amount of episodes backlogged, which feels really good, so I don't have to stress about making sure they're done in time. Because that's my biggest thing. Anna was saying, oh, Dan, you forgot to listen to it, pal, get on it. It will not be for everyone, by any means. Hold on. I can't cook and talk at the same time. Just kidding, I can. Oh, flip over, pal. Come on, you're the last one. Oh my god, I'm stressing. Anywho, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Anna really wanted to release 2 episodes of the podcast a week. So do a long episode and a short episode every week, which in a perfect world, sure, that would be great. But I kind of had a little bit of a panic and was like, I can't do that much. Like, if we say we're going to do one episode a week, I want to be able to stick to it. Basically, if we say we're going to do 2 episodes, that's great. But then I might not be able to keep up with that, and that would be terrible. So I'd rather promise less and deliver than overpromise and not be able to keep up. Because I'm doing all the editing, right? So if we have a 50-minute episode, I have to listen to it 3 times during the editing. And obviously it's like stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. So it doesn't take 50 minutes. It takes longer than that, and I'll do that 3 times. And it's just like, it's a long time. So, yeah, it's a lot of work. It's fun, and I'm learning, and I think I'm getting a little bit better. But I just wouldn't be able to do 2 episodes, at least not right now, because I'm doing a video for Patreon, a video for YouTube, plus like all the social media stuff, plus stuff like this, plus Twitch on Sundays, and I have a full-time job. So actually, I work in marketing. So the people that contact YouTubers and Instagrams to try and get them to promote their product, that's what I do, like, professionally. So I'm just, your girl's a little bit tired. Okay, I'm not sure about this rice, you guys. But your girl is sweating. Cheers to sweating. But between you and me, I did a really short Murder Friends promo video for YouTube that I'm going to post tonight probably. So that'll be a surprise for most people if they have notifications and stuff on. And that, I think, is only like 2 or 3 minutes, and it's just about, like, I'm in a podcast. So we'll see if that bumps up the listenership. I guess the main thing is you enjoy what you're doing. Otherwise, it's just extra work. Yeah, absolutely. This is my hobby. This is not my job. You know what I mean? I do this because I enjoy it. I like making a little extra money on the side, of course. But it is a hobby. So I always said I would stop doing it if it no longer became enjoyable and stuff. So I just don't want to spread myself to the point that I can't do it anymore, because that would kind of suck. I feel like I'm just getting going now. Like, I'm just figuring stuff out a bit more. And I was going to put a stop cube. Oh, we can still do that, right? Good night. Just go to sleep. Anywho, so things are trucking on. I didn't watch my classic movie this week. I was a bit jet lagged and just haven't gotten around to it, so maybe watch that tonight. Maybe. I started reading The Goldfinch because that new movie's coming out, right? And I've always wanted to read it, but it's like 1,000 pages and it really intimidated me. But now that the movie's coming out, I'm like, I gotta read the book because it's gonna get spoiled. So I've been reading that every day, and it is so good. But apparently the movie is not good, which is really upsetting. But you figure the book is 1,000 pages, and it is so in-depth, in detail, that people are saying that the movie, reading it, is so good, but apparently the movie is not that great. The Secret History is one of my favorite books. It is fantastic. Secret History would probably be a better book as like an introduction to her work because it's not as long, it's not as intimidating. The book is really, really good. And it made me feel like super anxious when I was reading it. Like it was really well done. And the Goldfinch is very much like that. But it's big and scary and on all that. So I'm working on that right now. But apparently the Goldfinch, the movie, sucks. So that's too bad. But at least it got me to read the book, so that's something. And what's the classic movie? I don't know yet. I pay for only so much you can get into a movie. My all-time favorite is still To Kill a Mockingbird. I've actually never read that. You could read that in school, or you could have read a different book. I can't remember what it was, and I ended up reading the other book. That's always been on the list. But I pay for a Amazon Prime channel. So you know how you get Amazon Prime movies, but you can also pay for additional channels. So I pay for one of their, I think it's the BFI channel, and they have a lot of like classic movies there. So I usually just scroll through there, and right now for classic movie night, it has to be released before 1970. So I just go through and I look at the dates and stuff. Where's my butter knife? Ooh, that's overdone, you guys. I was too busy talking. The movie did leave a lot of details out, though. So classic. That's the problem with any book to movie. Like, it will never, ever be the same. Balls. Your girl overdone the chickens. Too busy chatting about movies. That's alright. I feel sick anyway, so I won't notice any difference. Okay, heat that bitch up. Excuse my French. Do you ever watch any true crime documentaries? I watch all the true crime documentaries. Absolutely, pal. Ooh, that's actually looking pretty nice, my dudes. Oh, all right. Oh my god, that just got all over the ceiling. I think that's done. Oh my god, we've been there. We've gone to the other side. That actually looks like it's good. I'm just gonna heat up the sauce and then I'm gonna eat. And then probably go to bed because I still feel kind of weird. Making DJ sets. That's an interesting hobby. Do you have a favorite classic movie yet? Honestly, you're gonna yell at me. The Third Man has probably been my favorite one. out of all of them so far. Oh, Mindhunter is fantastic. I love David Fincher, and it's based on a book about true events. So the characters interviewing and stuff aren't real, but the stories are real. Fantastic, fantastic show. Yeah, I just finished season 2. I rewatched the first season because I couldn't really remember what happened. And then, just started watching season 2 and finished it. So that's incredible. I think I've been kind of going through and watching really famous TV shows that I never got around to watching. So I did all of Mad Men the last few months. Did the Mindhunter, new, old and new, and now I think I'm going to do Sopranos because it's one of those shows that I've always wanted to watch and just never had the time to. But, you guys, I think we're ready to eat. I don't know if you can see this absolute mess of a thing happening over here. And my rice looks like way too much. This is enough to feed a small army. So I'm going to plate up and put some salt and pepper on this bitch. Yeah, that smells perfect. I mean, the chicken's overdone, but what can you do? Anywho, thank you guys for joining me. This one was a little bit quick. I'm going to have to... there are 6 of us, right? Yeah, there's 6 of us and enough rice for all of you guys and your families. So just come on over. Make sure you bring cheese as a housewarming present. You know, like you give a host like a present, bring cheese. I am so sweaty right now. Anywho, I'm going to go eat this and then probably go to sleep. Thank you guys for being best buds. Honestly, I can't begin to tell you how helpful it is and how much it means to me. And I realize people can't be best buds for all the time or for very long or anything like that. But I really appreciate it. And if you ever think of something that would be a really cool benefit of being a best buds, let me know, because I have been thinking about maybe changing some of the things because I want to make sure like you're getting enough of a benefit. Anywho, if you think of things, let me know. God, it's so hot in here. I'm gonna go eat now. I hope you guys have a lovely dinner wherever it is you are, primarily the UK, but one Canadian, I think, and that's about it. All right, have a great Thursday, you guys. Movie club potentially, Bayless, maybe. Have a great Thursday. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Have a good lunch, a good dinner, and a good day. Ellie, that's okay. You can probably still watch the whole thing through Patreon. It usually saves it. Let me know if it doesn't. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.